Hello, good morning. Welcome to my car. It is very early. It is 20 to 6 in the morning on a fine Wednesday, and I'm about to head to the gym. I've got legs on the cards today. I'm actually not too tired. I woke up a little bit before my alarm, which is what we want. I am ready to go. I'm going to probably film some of my lifts at the gym. It will be on my phone just because it's very busy at the gym, and I think it's common courtesy to just use my phone and be a little bit more subtle rather than whip a camera out. I usually film my lifts anyway just for my own critique so I can look at form and everything, so I will add them in. Next time I probably speak to you will be after the gym when it's a lot sunnier, and my brain hopefully, actually no, it'll be post legs. My brain will not be functioning as well as it is now, and it's not even functioning. Okay, I'm gonna go bye. Heads up, if you're ever in Adelaide at this time of the morning, SAFM do these amazing mashups. You need to put it on, you need to blare it loud, especially if you're on the way to the gym, and enjoy. I'm bound to get a few questions as to why I do glute bridges with a barbell instead of hip thrusts. Now the reason I do this is because I'm 5'0", I'm very small, and I found that in my experience and with my flexibility as well, I'm a lot more comfortable doing it from the ground rather than traditionally where you would have your shoulders or your back on a bench, which is what I program for my clients. You can't really see it now, but when I'm squatting, I actually have my heels up on two 2.5 kilo plates, as I do find it does help with my range of motion and my ability to get deep in a squat. If you haven't tried this before, I'd really recommend giving it a go. Hi, hello. I feel like I need to say like a second good morning or something, but it is now light. It is 8:45, and for those playing at home, that's about 3 hours since I left the house. That's a long time. Gym time is my social time. I do work from home. I do work alone, so now I don't really talk to anyone until my mum gets home at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I do allow myself a little bit more time to spend in the gym, especially knowing I have a rest day tomorrow, so I won't get to see my friends. I like to spend time with them, but that was a big session. That was a big session. I only filmed a few of my lifts, and that's because the gym is just so busy at that time. When I do some like YouTube videos about my training and stuff, and I want to include proper footage, I'm going to go to a different gym for that, where it's quiet and I can film and not stress about it. I hip thrusted that one 100 kilos for the first time ever, which was really exciting because my head was just not in it today. It's really weird. I don't want to use the word bored because I'm never bored when I'm training. I don't know, my head was not in the game today. But having said that, I feel a lot better for that workout. It went really, really well. I hit all of the numbers that I wanted to hit. I am going to drive home now, make a coffee because that is my priority. I did get in the habit of buying a coffee from McDonald's every time I finished at the gym, and I train 6 days a week, and I get a $5 coffee. So you do the maths. I have reined back on that habit. I then was going to Coles Express for a while because you can get $2 coffees at Coles Express, and I'm telling you, they're actually okay. For the moment, I'm just trying to cut back. So I'm going to drive home, make a coffee, make some breakfast. I'll run you guys through like my usual ritual there because I'm a creature of habit. I have the same breakfast every day pretty much. And that's enough rambling for me because I hate this drive home. So let's get it over and done with. Okay, I'm finally home. So far this whole video has been in my car. Also that drive home, I just need to vent about it. None of you care, but I care. There are so many traffic lights. One day I'm going to count the amount of traffic lights I get on the way there and home. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm so hungry. I really need caffeine. Okay, may I just say that this lighting is atrocious. I don't know if it's just because it's really bleak outside or because these lights are just so bright. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm using instant coffee. I have a coffee machine. In fact, this camera is currently resting on the coffee machine, but it's an Audi one. I've just been finding that lately, any coffee I make with the coffee machine, and I can only use the Audi pods, it tastes like the dentist. I don't know how else to describe it, so I'm giving that one a break. I also have, maybe I'll use it later, I have my French press in front of me. It's a little bit fancy, but sometimes I just want instant coffee, and these days if you can get a good instant, it's fine. A top tip that someone gave to me a little while ago is that if you put the instant coffee in first and then the milk and give it a little bit of a stir and then add the hot water, it actually takes a little bit of the bitterness away. When I first tried it, I was like, surely something as simple as this, it can't work. It does. It actually genuinely does. So anytime I have instant coffee, I make sure to do that and my hot water last. As you would have seen, I also have 2 squares of 95% Lindt dark chocolate. I don't know why I showed the plate like that, but you get the gist. It's honestly my favorite time of the day. People are gonna think I'm absolutely psycho for eating 95% dark chocolate, but it is my life source. I have 7 bars, 7 blocks, bars, I don't know what you call them, in the cupboard right now because it's what I hoard. It's my medicine. This is how I start any day of eating. No matter what time, no matter what day, this is how I start my day. While I am getting that ready, I usually get my oats prepared. So you can see in the background that I've got some oats, some chia seeds. I've got my blender out as well. I need to plug that in. I'm gonna have oats this morning. So what I usually do is I blend up the oats and the chia seeds first. I'm not too sure why I do this. I like the smoother texture. I don't actually mind either way, but I think I just got into the habit of doing it. And so I'm like, okay, this works. So what I do is I measure out my oats, my chia seeds, my salt. I don't measure out my salt. I add a bit of salt and I add another like little sweetener tablet thing. Pop it in the blender, blend it all up for literally like 5 seconds. Put it in a really big bowl and then I just add hot water over. Then I just cover it. I will just leave that to kind of soak while I'm having my pre-breakfast and I'm just sort of chilling out. This is my time to just set my day, message back any people. I just realized I'm still wearing my AirPods too. I usually listen to a podcast while I do this. Hence the AirPods, I'm listening to a podcast. I'll take you through this next little process and let my oats soak. Is all gone. The chocolate has been eaten. It's probably about half an hour later now since I made the coffee and dark chocolate and let my oats soak, so they have pretty much absorbed a lot of the water. They're nice and thick. I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a look. So what I will do now is I will microwave this for 2 minutes. I'll keep a close eye on it, give it a stir, then probably microwave it for another 2 minutes. Add a scoop of protein powder. I'll show you which one I use in a second, and then microwave it for about 30 seconds, transfer it to another bowl, microwave it for a further 30 seconds. I have a whole process, as you can see, and then I'm going to top it with this banana, which is looking very worse for wear. Honestly, it's because when bananas reach a level of ripeness that I like, I pop them in the fridge. When they go in the fridge, they turn this color, which is not so pleasing. So I'll top it with that banana and some frozen strawberries, which I love, and then some sugar-free maple syrup. This is the protein I'm going to be mixing into my oats. This is the protein I've been using for quite a while now, actually. It's the International Protein WPI, so it is your whey protein isolate, which doesn't blend as nicely into hot oats as I would like. They do go a little bit granular. Isolate is the protein that I would recommend post-training. I'm pretty nervous that my oats are overflowing. We all know that stress. I would recommend isolate post-training, so that's why I am using that one. If you were to use a blend, it would probably mix a little bit nicer into your oats, but that's fine. I've got chocolate flavor, so I'm just gonna have 20 grams of that mixed into my oats. And side note, never underestimate the power of a spatula. This is my favorite kitchen utensil. It is so good for stirring. So what I'll do is I'll add my scoop of protein powder, I'll give it a proper stir with a spatula, and then I'll use the spatula to sort of pour it into my bowl. You get every last bit, and it's easier to wash up because we don't have a dishwasher where I'm currently living. My quality of life went down as soon as I didn't have a dishwasher. So every little bit counts. Buy yourself a heat-proof little spatula. Thank me later. final product. We love to see it. So this is my protein oats with banana, frozen strawberries, a nice little drizzle of sugar-free maple syrup. I will put the calories and macros on the screen now. This also includes the 2 squares of dark chocolate and the little bit of milk I had in my coffee this morning. Just quickly, while I'm waiting for this to cool down, I thought I would mention that what I try to do is, now that I am consuming quite a lot of calories per day, so I'm having about 2,300, 2,400, I try to calorie segment. So what I'll do is I just aim for my breakfast to be at least 500 calories, my lunch to be at least 500 calories, my dinner to be about 650, and then my snacks sort of fill the gaps. I'm excited to go eat because it's about time. It's already 10:15 and that is too late when you're trying to eat as much as I am. Breakfast is all done and it was delightful as per, because I have pretty much the same thing every single day because I love it that much. I generally spend this time now doing some content creation. I will like just work on my business stuff, all that sort of laptopy stuff just while my breakfast is digesting. I actually have to straighten my hair in a second because I have to make some content for a hair product that I got randomly. I'm just so happy because people that sort of know a bit about my background know that I have IBS and it sort of wanes and what's that? Waxes and no, that's the wrong expression. It kind of goes up and down, and the past 4 or 5 days after eating breakfast, I literally feel so nauseous, like I could throw up, like my stomach just doesn't feel good. Finally, I feel alright. So it's actually so nice to have finished my breakfast and not feel like I want to throw up. So that's fantastic. I never actually throw up. I just get, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It means that I can just do my work with a little bit more focus because it's so hard to focus when my stomach is being an absolute pain. I just finished filming up a segment for my Instagram stories reviewing a product that I bought that came in the post yesterday. I couldn't not tell you about it on here because I just used it and it's actually super good. It is a hair smoothing wand. So I bought it originally because I get all these baby hairs whenever I have my hair up in a ponytail. I used it just then on like to flatten out these bits and it was amazing. I would highly recommend this. They're on Instagram. They're the Magic Wand. Very, very good, and it's a local Adelaide business too, and we just love to support local. They sent me with it, where did I put it? A lash serum as well. So I'm going to try and use this, maybe put it on like after I have a shower every night and then just see if it makes a difference on my lashes because we need all the help we can get on these au naturel lashes. But the cutest part was they sent me in a little package this scrunchie. I love it. It's like a lilac purple color. I was just speaking with someone in the gym today about how much we love lilac. Amber, if you're watching this, shout out to you. And this, oh, I've always had issues knowing how to use these hair clips. Like I don't know how to use this. That's something I'm gonna have to work out. Ooh, I don't want to break it. Cute little hair clip that I don't know how to use, but I'm sure I'll work that out. If not, I'll ask my mother. Now I have to clean the laundry because the guy is coming to fix our washing machine, apparently. Yeah, so remember how I said I wasn't going to buy coffee today? I went to Coles Express and I just bought a coffee. Oopsie! Hear me out. I just went for a walk and it is disgusting outside. I needed some headspace, I needed some fresh air, and I thought, you know what would just really go nicely right now? A nicely made DIY coffee experience. So I got myself to Coles and I got a coffee. It is currently 2 p.m. I'm a little bit weird because I have my pre-breakfast chocolate and coffee and I have my pre-lunch chocolate and coffee. It works for me. It gets the calories up. I get to eat chocolate and drink coffee. Gotta love it. And I think it's kind of like, you know how a lot of people are like, I need something sweet after I finish lunch, after I finish my savory meal. That's kind of my version, except I like it beforehand. I don't know why. Like the thought of having coffee and chocolate after having lunch makes me feel a bit sick. I'm gonna have some dark chocolate almonds, I reckon. That is what I'm feeling. And then probably get lunch together, crack on with some more work. And I think after I do all of that, can you hear that rain? Oh my God. Look at this. I told you it was disgusting outside. You can't even see it. Wow. I mean, if you could see this properly, you'd see it's like torrentially raining, completely out of the blue. Anyway, I don't know when I became about 50 years old and couldn't stop talking about the weather, but alas, I think that after I've had my coffee, I've had my lunch, I've done what I need to do, I'm going to sit down and speak a little bit about my coaching, because that would be a really good opportunity just for me to speak about what I'm currently doing. I am taking on some clients at the moment. If that sort of does interest you, that's also a good time to get a little bit more insight, more so than what I post on Instagram, about how my business works. I did want to film this in an area that was, you know, a little more aesthetically pleasing, but it is cold in my house and the heater is on in here. We're just gonna make do with this whole setting. I feel like on YouTube, actually on any of my social media platforms, you just get me. I must admit, I've spent the past half an hour on Instagram looking at all the Instagram models and influencers. It's made me feel a little bit, ugh. My toxic personality trait is that I just compare myself too much, but you know what? I like the fact that I'm me. I like the fact that I can come on the internet and look like this, and I don't really care. You have to be true to yourself. If I were to make myself look like those girls, which I could get the eyelash extensions, I could get the lip fillers. Would that be me? No, that would be some sort of weird version of me that eventually would die out because it's not me. A ramble aside, because this isn't what I'm here to speak about. I can't even talk. It's not even the caffeine. In my defense, there was like this much left in the can from yesterday. If you haven't tried the new Ultra Fiesta flavor, get your hands on it. It's very good. I just wanted to speak about briefly my sort of coaching business at the moment, what it looks like, what my aims are. It is in its infancy, which can get you down a little bit. Like when you start any business, it's slow at the start and it's small. And like I said before, my one issue is that I compare myself so much. So I'll compare myself to these coaches that are absolutely just smashing it and doing an amazing job and have all these clients. And so when you do start out, it's not like that. It's like when you start PT, you know, it takes time. But my coaching is very hands-on. And this is why I transitioned to coaching from personal training. I just wanted an outlet where I could have a little bit more control, essentially. All of my clients get their own program via the Trainerize app. So that's their full spectrum training program that I completely make up based on their goals, the amount of times they can go in the gym per week, their body, their lifestyle, that type of a thing. I also set them calories and macros. I tend to veer more towards calories and macros over meal plans, as I just don't think meal plans are sustainable. I think that these days calorie tracking is a lot easier than it used to be. If my clients do have a history with being a little bit too obsessed with the numbers, we'll look at other alternatives, but for the most part I do like to use that at least in the starting period when they are learning what a portion size looks like or how to fuel their body. I find that a lot of females come to me and they are under eating, and so I do like to reverse diet with a lot of my clients to get their calories up nice and high. I don't necessarily work with just weight loss as well. I work with a lot of like muscle gain and even physique competitors, which is so exciting, and so we will reverse their calories up to get them sitting on a nice level. So the best way to inquire about my coaching is to either go on the link in my bio on either Instagram accounts, or I do leave the link down below in the YouTube videos to my Typeform, and so you just go there, you give a few basic details, and then I'm in touch with you pretty much straight away unless I'm sleeping, and we go from there. I send you a WhatsApp message about how all of my coaching works. I find out a lot about your body, your lifestyle, your job, what you really want to achieve. I make a plan based on this, and it is a full plan. We are talking training, weekly goals, habits, routines, step counts, calories, macros, sleep goals, water goals, literally everything is covered. I check in on my girls pretty much every day at the moment, and then on Sundays they get a message with a formal check-in and they have to give a full rundown of how their week was. Then I get back to them via WhatsApp, either via video, voice note. I'm very personal with this. You're not just going to get a text message saying, "Week sounded great, catch you next week." That is not how I operate things. I see my clients as like my children. Like, I want to give them everything I can and teach them and guide them. It's such an exciting opportunity that I get to be able to do that. The reason I sort of transitioned to that is because I don't know where I'm going to be living next year. Essentially, I will dive into that when I know more, to be honest. That's all I can say for now. This allows me to do a job that I can do on the go, if possible. I've always done the half online coaching, half PT, and I saw an opportunity to go fully online and I couldn't not take it. Even the little things like dealing with quite severe IBS, being able to work from home, I don't want to say it's changed my life, but it's changed my life. I don't have to worry about being close to a toilet. I don't have to worry about being on the gym floor with clients and being in pain, which happens pretty much every single day. If you do know anyone that needs coaching, or if you want coaching, please reach out to me. Even if, you know, you have a little look and then decide, look, that's not for me, there's no pressure. I just want to help everyone. Like, that's my goal. Of course, money is nice, but I'm never driven by money, and I've never been driven by money. It's just about helping people. I want people to level up and transform their minds, transform their bodies, and get to know themselves through training, because you can, and it's very, very exciting actually. Spread the word. That would really, really help, because these days it's all about word of mouth. It definitely is. You know, there are these Instagram celebrities with all of these followers, and they will give you the most non-tailored cookie cutter guides, but because they are famous and because they can take nice pictures, unfortunately a lot of people will be drawn towards these guides, and then it'll be just another fad diet, just another fad program, whereas it's the smaller businesses that really have the time and the want to focus on their clients and not focus on their own self-image. I am going to leave that there. I'm going to finish my monster. I hope this little ramble made sense. Please do leave more videos down below. I've noticed everyone's on this trend of weekly vlogging. I don't think that's my thing, so I don't think I really want to do that. I do like a mix of like vlogging plus like some educational stuff. I always like including food. That's fun. Be open to doing videos on lots of things. I don't really do food challenges because with my IBS, I would probably die. Like if I even tried 5,000 calorie challenge, I would die. Like you can't do that when you have the stomach issues that I do. Please make sure you are subscribed if you do like my content and you're following me on my socials down below. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. There is more to come.